And welcome to 12 News at 10. I'm Troy Hayden.
I'm Rachel Cole. Mark and Caribe are off tonight, and it's business as usual at Sky Harbor 24 hours after a chaotic and violent situation.
A fight involving multiple adults and teenagers ended up in gunshots and people being rushed to the hospital. And as of right now, there have been no arrests.
12 News journalist Gabriela Becerra is live for us tonight at the airport with the very latest on this investigation. Gabby?
Well, Rachel, Troy, Phoenix police tell us they're waiting until they finish that investigation before they make a charging decision. Right now, as you can see, the concourse is quiet. But last night when I was here, these restaurants over here were at the center of a crime scene.
All passengers and employees. The shelter in place at Terminal 4 has been canceled.
A shooting outside of a Phoenix Sky Harbor Airport restaurant led to a nearly hour-long shelter in place in Terminal 4 Christmas night.
All we have is a Terminal 4 main lobby, level 3. One screaming, not answering questions, but it's going to be at Chelsea's Kitchen. Do you guys want our units to respond?
Phoenix police say 3 adults and 2 teenagers were fighting on the 3rd floor concourse when one man pulled out a gun and shot a woman and teenage boy. The teenager then allegedly cut the shooter with a knife. The shooter and one other person then left the concourse and were later found in the garage. 4 people were taken to the hospital. The woman who was shot remains hospitalized with serious injuries. The 3 others were treated for non-life-threatening injuries and released after speaking with detectives.
After consultation with the Maricopa County Attorney's Office, the individuals were released pending the investigation.
About 2 hours later, a Scottsdale man was arrested at the airport for allegedly assaulting one of the officers protecting the crime scene.
They are not linked, just simply the reason why he came to the airport might have been the reason why he showed up, but again, there's no involvement with either parties.
Police say 21-year-old Cole Ninon came to the airport with several guns after hearing about the shooting. He passed the guns off to someone else and then confronted the officer. According to court documents, Ninon became aggressive, shouting, "Arrest me," and "Kill me, kill me." That officer took Ninon down to the ground where he allegedly spat at the officer and kicked him in the face. A passenger, a TSA agent, and a flight crew member jumped in to hold Ninon down until backup arrived. He was arrested.
We were able to recover 3 handguns that have been impounded.
Airline activity was slightly interrupted by the chaotic scene, leaving travelers on edge.
It's frightening because it's the holidays. Of course, everyone wants to get home.
And police could not elaborate on what the group was doing here Christmas night, but they did tell us that they were not traveling. Live at Sky Harbor, Gabriela Becerra, 12 News.
Developing right now, live video. Let's take it from our ADOT cameras. The US 60 was closed in both directions for the last few hours near Apache Junction. Now, we just got word the eastbound lanes have reopened. This is a serious crash. DPS says they're investigating it. We're still waiting to hear back about the number of injuries and how severe they are. But again, the westbound lanes right now are still closed at Ironwood Drive on the US 60 in the East Valley. Police are investigating a deadly shooting at an apartment complex near Point Parkway and Guadalupe Road. This happened about 4 o'clock this afternoon. Police say they arrived and found a man who'd been shot. They also found 2 other people, a man and a woman, who had just minor injuries. They were taken to the hospital. The other man, though, died at the scene. So police are now trying to learn exactly what led to the shooting.
In Pima County, a man was found dead near a smoldering car in a remote area on Christmas Eve. Early investigations revealed that an unknown man came to the victim's home and asked for help, claiming that he was having some sort of car trouble. When the victim, now identified as Paul Clifford, didn't come home, his family reached out to PD. Investigators later found Clifford dead near Reddington Pass and San Pedro River Road. The stolen car was found at an apartment complex near Prince and Roger Roads, and no arrests have been made.
Get a quick check of our weather. It's a little cloudy, a little cooler today, Lindsay Riley. What are we looking for heading into the weekend?
Well, actually, things are going to start warming up, but in terms of cloud cover, we have more clouds filtering in as we speak. Tomorrow morning's going to start off cloudy, and then we'll see increasing sunshine for the afternoon. Tomorrow, we do make it back to the 70s, 70 even for the high, up to 72 Saturday. And our warmest day of the next week is Sunday, reaching 76, mid-70s as we ring in 2025. Here's the latest satellite and radar. And we actually did have a break in the clouds for much of this evening. But as you can see, those thicker clouds moving in from Vegas and LA. So skies will become mostly cloudy during the overnight. And that's how we're going to wake up tomorrow morning, and then more sunshine for the afternoon. So you can see 7 a.m. It's only going to be in the 40s out the door tomorrow morning. So a chilly start. We'll be in the 40s through about 9 a.m. Briefly touching 70 by 3, but by 3 o'clock, full sunshine expected. And those temperatures, believe it or not, are still above the average. We should be in the mid 60s this time of year. As you can see here, 80% coverage when it comes to clouds at 8 a.m. But by the time we get between 2 and 4, we're dropping below 50%. And skies will be clear by tomorrow evening, and the weekend looking sunny and warmer. Rachel?
Yeah, beautiful weekend ahead. Lindsay, thank you. It's the season of giving, and one person gave back big to the Salvation Army. According to the Ray and Joan Kroc Center, an anonymous Good Samaritan dropped off a gold American Eagle coin into a red kettle somewhere in Phoenix.
And the person left a note. The coin said, "May this gold help the people in need during the Christmas season. Bless you all." So the face value of the coin is $25, but it's gold, and the Kroc Center had it appraised, and it's worth about $1,300.
Yeah, and unfortunately, despite that donation, the red kettle numbers are still down 18% from last year. According to the Kroc Center, around 84 cents of every dollar donated to the Salvation Army nationally are used, of course, to support local programs and services. If you're already thinking about what you're going to do with that Christmas tree when you decide to take it down, a few Valley cities are going to recycle them so they don't end up in the landfill. You can drop your tree at any of these locations in Glendale during regular park hours through January 4th. The trees will be ground into mulch and then used for landscaping around the city. In Phoenix, drop-offs include Cesar Chavez Park, Madison Park, and Paradise Valley Park. You can drop off live wreaths and trees until January 7th. Take off all your ornaments and decorations before dropping it off.
It's become a holiday tradition for college football fans here in the Valley and really around the country. So today, more than 20,000 people, this is them getting the Chase Field ready. They attended the 35th annual Rate Bowl game, and it was between Rutgers and Kansas State.
12 News journalist Chase Golightly joins us from Chase Field with a look at all the action.
Before the big bowl game, Chase Field had to go through some major changes to turn the baseball diamond into the gridiron. Despite the sea of purple and red, people didn't come here to see a D-backs game.
Go Rutgers! Go Cats!
It was for the Rate Bowl between Rutgers and Kansas State. Fiesta Bowl CEO Eric Moses says it took 10 days to transform Chase Field for the big game.
75,000 square feet of thick cut sod that is put together, rolled out, and becomes the fantastic football field you see behind me.
Making it almost unrecognizable.
Very believable as a football field. I wasn't sure how they were going to do it. I couldn't imagine it, but it looks great.
I couldn't get my bearings as to where home plate would normally be.
The change and bowl game becoming a holiday tradition for those living here, like Ronnie Williams from Glendale.
Me and my sons come to the game every year. It's football season. Gotta love it right here in the Valley.
While he's rooting for Kansas State, the McClones from Goodyear are just here for the experience.
We try to do one bowl game a year in Phoenix.
Of course, you do have people that took the few-hour flight on Christmas to see their team compete.
It was awesome. Great weather, not like home, so we love it.
For Garrett Panzer, traveling in from Kansas, it's more than just rooting for the team. He's cheering for his son, number 54, Hadley Panzer, during his last game with the Wildcats.
It's been a dream. Very, very glad to be here.
Kate Conroy is also here for her son, number 8, KJ Duff, a freshman for Rutgers.
I'm really proud, and it's a lot of fun, and I close my eyes a lot.
But in the end, there can only be one winner. After a comeback victory, Kansas State ended up on top, 44-41. The Panzer family holding back tears as they saw their son walk off the field a winner one more time.
No, he's worked his tail off. Very proud of him.
So what's next for that football field? Well, the CEO says it's not going very far. It's actually getting donated to the Western School of Science and Technology in Maryvale. We're in Phoenix tonight. Chase Golightly, 12 News.